Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Disney WTF, where we talk about what's the fuss about Disney. I'm Richie, this is Lori, and we are a Disney lover and a Disney hater, but somehow we have figured out how to make this relationship work. Nailed it. I nailed that intro. We've been working on this intro for a while. And this is like take 4 or 5, not really sure.
Episode 1 problems.
Anyway, the first thing, we're going to jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is what's the fuss about Main Street?
Well, so we were talking about this earlier, and Main Street is basically where you go. Anybody who visits a Disney park for the first time is going to go into Magic Kingdom probably. Then they're going to go under the train station, and they're going to step onto Main Street. What's the first thing you see? Cinderella's castle.
The castle.
It is the gateway to all things magical. And not just that, there's so much engineering, not just magic, because we're adults and maybe some people don't appreciate it as much. But you think about the engineering that goes into creating something like Main Street. So, fun fact, it's actually a turn of the century take on the USA. So, typical Main Street USA, which is actually the official name of Main Street. It's not Disney Main Street, which is what he was calling it yesterday.
Disney owns it. Why wouldn't it be called Disney Main Street?
Because it's Main Street USA, that's
okay.
why.
Fine.
So you're on Main Street USA, and you're looking at this long street of all these beautiful buildings, different pastel colors. I mean, it's gorgeous. But not just that. They have engineered it so that when you look at a building that has 3 stories of windows, it's not actually 3 stories tall. They've made the upper floors get smaller and smaller, and they call it forced perspective.
I had no idea.
So what you see makes you think that it's actually taller when really it's only 2 stories tall, but you think it's 3 stories tall.
It's only 2 stories?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty crazy.
Please correct me in the comments if that's not true.
That's pretty crazy.
But I know they do make the top floors smaller.
So all I've been to inside there is a candy shop and a Starbucks. What else is on Main Street?
There's a lot of different shops, but one of the things that I think you will appreciate as a man who gets his hair cut every 2 weeks, literally, is they actually have a barber shop on there.
Huh.
There's a barber shop where you can go to get your hair cut on Main Street USA. And a lot of people actually have their child's first haircut at that barber shop.
That's
you
pretty
don't even
crazy.
need an appointment. You just
no
go.
Idea. Oh my God, I've been there.
It's actually a secret dream
Main...
of mine to get my hair cut there, but
we should do that next time we go. You're gonna see on Instagram that. Oh, we're on Instagram, by the way, at Disney WTF.
Shameless plug.
We're also on Facebook, so you can like our page on Facebook. But when we go to Disney next time, I may or may not get a haircut there. That might be pretty cool.
I'll do it if you do it.
You can get like a tape up.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd look with a tape, but maybe.
That's funny.
I don't know how I'd look at work, but.
And there's a Starbucks on Main Street. That's all I really know about
There is a Starbucks, which disappointed. There was divided feedback on putting a Starbucks in because what was there before was called the Main Street Bakery, a classic place where you could go get pastries in the morning, get your morning coffee. But before Starbucks entered Disney, there was not a whole lot of good feedback about coffee in general on Disney property. So
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Luckily, it's improved a little bit with the entry of Starbucks and Joffrey's, which is another coffee company on property.
That's for all you coffee lovers out there. We love coffee, by the way. You're going to see a lot of that from us. It's going to... Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I just made this espresso. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah. Not just that. Okay, so
What
there's
else?
more. There's more.
About Main Street.
About Main Street.
Let's hear it.
So...
This is blowing... We haven't even got inside of Disney yet, and this is crazy.
That's true. You haven't even gotten past the castle yet.
Yeah, this is crazy. Okay.
So another thing that you're going to see when you go on Main Street is actually a dedication to all the people who created Disney World.
Okay.
So one of the highest honors of Disney, working in Disney parks, is getting a window on Main Street.
Okay.
So what you'll see is actually like, detective agency dedicated to this person. It'd be an Imagineer, somebody who has worked tirelessly to put this magic that we all love together. And now it's like a gold star to the 10th degree. It's like a 5-star general once you get on a Main Street window.
So you're like a Disney ninja.
You're
like
a legend. They're officially called Disney legends.
Okay, gotcha. So when you become a legend, you get onto a Disney window. That's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. The 2-story thing, though, is still blowing my mind right now. Like, I thought that thing was like 4 stories.
It's a feat of engineering.
I thought it was like, that's crazy. Wow. Interesting stuff.
Yeah. And, of course, there's a lot of shopping, delicious things to eat. Mm-hmm. If you go to the very far corner of the first block of Main Street, all the way down right before you're going to turn off into Adventureland, to the left, which you're probably not going to know what this is, you're going to hit Casey's Corner, which is a delicious hot dog place for somebody who loves hot dogs.
I like hot dogs.
Who used to get a hot dog every single day at work.
Yes.
Who can't anymore because we don't work there anymore. But... So there's delicious hot dogs, and they have a live piano player sometimes. It's super, super fun and cool. It's called Casey's Corner, and now I believe they serve breakfast. So that's always good. More food options.
So, yeah, breakfast. Okay. Never eaten at this place, I think. But so when I show up there, now I'm getting a haircut, I'm getting breakfast before I even pass the castle.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
That's exactly right.
Nice.
Do you understand now what's the fuss about Main Street USA?
I get it now.
Are you going to stop calling it Disney Main Street or Main Street Disney?
I'm going to have a whole new appreciation now when I walk over there to like walk through that place to see that. Like it's going to be on a whole nother level. So, we've been in a relationship now for like 3 years, and I wanted to revisit some of the things that like I first was like, wow, like she's crazy about Disney and I don't get it, like type of topics. And one of the things that like kind of really blew my mind when she first started talking about Disney is the fact that like you went by yourself to Disney. And I cannot like wrap my head around like a grown person, like an adult going to Disney by themselves,
which a lot of people do.
Which I had no idea about. I mean, I've only gone with like on a school trip or like with a family. So like going, like, I mean, why did you go by yourself? Like, how did that start, I guess?
So the first time I went by myself to any Disney property, it was actually when it was called at the time Downtown Disney. I was in college at the time, and it was just one of those days where you're just like, wow, I have things to do, but I really want to feel good and I want to get outside. It was a beautiful Florida day, which hardly ever happens. So I went to Downtown Disney, walked around, took in the ambiance. There's always music playing no matter where you go in Disney, whether it's live or over a speaker. There's always something nice over that you can listen to. I just saw a lizard outside, so it kind of freaked me out. Sorry. So that was the first time I went alone. But then at that time I didn't have an annual pass. And then finally I got an annual pass, and I'll admit it was kind of uncomfortable going alone at first because you don't know how to act, but then you realize you're amongst all these other people who are just minding their own business, enjoying the magic, and there are people you can just strike up a conversation with.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like, are you talking to people, like, did you like see anyone else that was like alone, like at some point?
Oh yeah, I've actually gone to lunch with people who were also alone. The first time I did this, it was kind of, it was strange because you just don't expect somebody to approach you who's also alone and saying, hey, you want to go grab a bite? And it wasn't like asking me out or anything. It was just a friendly thing that people,
So a cool way to meet people, basically.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to meet people. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And I remember how it happened. It was in the China Pavilion, my motherland.
That's pretty crazy. And how long would you stay, like, if you go by yourself? I mean, is it like an all-day thing? Is it like a couple hours? Like,
it's usually not an all-day thing. And the reason for that is just I get tired of the crowd sometimes.
Yeah.
And you get tired. It's easy to go for 12 hours when you've got, a family that wants to see everything. But if you're just going for, the day or half the day, yeah.
And I know, like, you said, like, obviously going there is like a thing, but now what about going like for a specific reason by yourself? Like you told me something about like park jogging, like, and I was like, okay, what is, like, that's just weird. But
so my brother introduced me to something called park jogging.
Okay.
This was a while ago now, also when we were still in college, and he is also a Disney fanatic like me, and he would just tell me, oh yeah, I went park jogging. Like, what's that? Oh, he's actually running through the parks,
like
through the physical parks.
like jogging.
Like he'll start on Main
Jogging.
Street, end up, in Fantasyland, maybe take a loop around the monorail station, go around the hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll make a nice little loop for himself, so.
I mean, I would have never thought to like go to Disney and work out. 'Cause I thought it was a workout itself, just walking in the sun because it's hot in Orlando, and yeah, but wow.
But you can just think about it like this way. So, working out. Who really likes working out? I mean, really, who really likes running?
Yeah.
It gets boring.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna run past Cinderella Castle. You're gonna run through these people having a great time. You're gonna people watch. You're gonna listen to this great music that's over the audio. And you're going to have a beautiful scenery of well-maintained gardens. Now, we don't endorse running through the parks.
Is it illegal?
Dangerously.
Oh. Like, has anyone ever stopped you? Like,
Technically, nobody's ever stopped us.
do you know if it's like a legal thing you ever asked? Like, if that's like, hey, is this cool that we jog? Like,
I haven't actually checked on the rule book if
anyone knows,
I'm pretty sure running's not allowed.
If there's a cast member that's watching this, please reach out to us and let us know if that's illegal or not, because we'd love to know.
And we'll stop doing it if it is.
Yeah. What else can you do, like, by yourself going to Disney? Like, anything?
So one of the more fun facts that I think I told you about that people wouldn't expect is studying at Disney.
Okay. Students.
So there's many ways you can do this. You can study while waiting in line for a ride, which I've done alone.
Okay.
I've done that with friends too. And it's easier with friends because you kind of quiz each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps the time pass by a lot quicker.
Okay.
But another great place that I found to study is actually at the Polynesian at Captain Cook's, which is the quick service restaurant that's open pretty late, because you have an unlimited supply of coffee. Because you just get free refills. At the time, it was like a Nescafe little...
Like drip coffee.
Like drip coffee. Well, it was
Okay.
more like instant coffee.
Okay.
It wasn't great,
Yeah.
but it was free once you bought the free refills.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you need a break, let's go watch the fireworks across the lagoon.
Okay.
And go lay on the beach, which is all available at the Polynesian.
Yeah,
So
there
it
you
wasn't
go.
bad.
So
And I convinced a lot of friends to do it.
if you're a student and looking for a interesting change of scenery to study, Disney might be the spot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What anything else that you do alone or that is interesting when you go like as an individual by themselves to Disney? I'm not gonna do it, guys. You're not gonna find me at Disney by myself, like 100%. I'm literally gonna either be with a family or with her, but I'm sure there's other people out there that will try it. And I think
mean,
that'll be...
at the end of the day, regardless of where you go alone, which solo travel, solo touring,
yeah.
you're just trying to get a taste of the magic, you
Yeah.
know, brighten your day a little bit, and just have a good time, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you're doing. Even when you're alone, you have this magical experience.
Yeah. What else did we want to talk about today? Was there anything else?
I think that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't
Thank
know.
you everyone for tuning in.
Yes. I don't know how long this podcast lasted or this video is lasting. But hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought. I'm hoping that you'll join us on this journey to figure out what the fuss about Disney is and help me understand and help articulate all the magical things that you guys go through. We didn't really figure out how we were going to end our videos, but
we wanted to thank you for watching it and getting this far
yes,
and listening this far.
yes,
Thank you.
it was great.
I'm
Love
proud
you.
of you.
I'm proud of
Love
you.
you too.